Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for those of you that are new, my name is Jenifer, and in today's video I thought I would go through some of my all-time favorite hair care brands and products. I kind of divided it up into inexpensive, medium price range, and then luxury. So I picked some shampoos, conditioners, leave-in conditioners, and some styling products. And all of these products I have used for years and years. Some of them I have used throughout my entire beauty career. So if you're looking for new professional hair care products, then keep on watching. So starting out, I'm going to show you the less expensive products first, and then the medium price range, and then luxury. And to start out the shampoo and conditioner category, I have the Sebastian Penetraitt shampoo and conditioner. And this was actually the first luxury line, or what I considered professional hair care products that I've ever purchased in my life. At the first salon I ever worked at, they first started out carrying Redken, Sebastian, and some other lines. And while I liked Redken, I felt like Redken was becoming almost too commercial. It wasn't the line and the quality that it used to be many, many years ago. So I have always had dry, damaged hair. Being in the beauty world, I have colored my hair, bleached my hair so many times. You know, every time a new trend happens, you are coloring your hair in the salon. So because I have thick hair, I have frizzy hair, I always went to the Sebastian Penetraitt, and it smells so good. I repurchased it recently to see if I still loved it as much as I used to. And for the conditioner, I absolutely loved it. The shampoo, I will say it's something I can't use moving forward. And the reason I say that is because it is not sulfate free. So for those of you that get keratin treatments, that get your hair colored, it's really important that you guys use sulfate free shampoos and color safe shampoos and conditioners, because it'll make your treatment or your color last a lot longer. So while I did purchase this, I only used it once because then I realized it wasn't sulfate free. So I will probably be giving it away to the lady that cleans my house. But for those of you that have natural colored hair, meaning you've never colored your hair, this would be a great line if you're looking for moisture. I think the price point was around $16.50 per bottle, which is pretty reasonable in my opinion. And if you have fine hair, or maybe you don't need something as heavy, they do have other lines in Sebastian. You know, they have Drench for hydration, which is a step down from this. They also have a volumizing line. I forget what it's called. I want to say Volupte or something, volume, I don't remember. And then they have a light version. So they do have options depending on your hair type and your needs. So moving one step up, this is an Italian hair care line, and it's called Davines, and it's based out of Parma, Italy, and every ingredient that they use is done in the most green way possible. So for those of you that have never heard of a B Corp or B Corporation, it's basically a rigorous test that brands have to go through, and in order to be B Corp certified, you have to pass all of these requirements. And I want to say, out of all the brands in the entire world, I think there's only about 200 companies that actually have passed this test. So out of the thousands, millions of brands, not many people are able to call themselves B Corp certified. And a couple other brands are Ben & Jerry's, Patagonia, and Davines Hair Care is one of them. And what's really great is, I'll show you, these are back bar sizes, by the way, and if anything is dripping water, it's because I literally just pulled them out of my shower. This is the Love Shampoo and Conditioner, but as you can see, let me turn it to the side, I am almost out. So I love this. This is their smoothing line. And what's really interesting, or what I like, is that it's on the label, it says with olive oil extract, and it actually tells you where the olives or olive oil came from. So in this line, the olives come from Mr. Messina's farm in Ficara, Messina, Italy, which I think is just super interesting. You know, they tell you where they get their ingredients from. And now, if anybody is from Italy, let me know down in the comments. But from what I've heard, Davines actually has their own community in Italy, very similar to Google. They have this whole town that is basically a Davines town, which I think is super cool. And then I have the conditioner of this as well in my shower, but for this video, I decided to pull another line from Davines. And this is the Oi Conditioner, and as you can see, it's half used. This one is a lot heavier, but I love this shampoo, conditioner, the whole Oi line I just absolutely love. It makes your hair feel like butter, it smells so good, and all of these Davines products, in my opinion, smell clean, they smell floral. The best way I can describe it is they smell like springtime. So that really light floral, and they're just so good. They work so well on your hair, and the price point is not bad. I want to say shampoos, conditioners retail are around $25 to $30. Really reasonable in my opinion, especially when you're looking for professional hair care products. I will leave all prices down below in the description, so that way if you are interested in anything, you will have access to the link and pricing. So moving on to the luxury line, which most of you probably know if you watch my videos, it would be Oribe hair care. Now, I do carry Davines products in my salon. I do carry Oribe in my salon. We are predominantly an Oribe salon, but we use Davines color, and it's beautiful. But I use, right now in my shower at least, I have the Serene Scalp Anti-Dandruff Shampoo, and this is what the retail bottle looks like. And I don't have dandruff by any means, but I do like this shampoo because I feel like it gives the hair a really clean, clarifying feel. It just cleans out your hair, your scalp, which I think is important to do to avoid any buildup. And the conditioner I'm using is the Gold Lust Repair and Restore Conditioner, and this is the back bar size. And there's honestly not much left. It's so empty. It's actually almost gone, and the pump doesn't even pump anything out anymore, which is why I have to pour it out in the shower. So for those of you that have watched my Oribe video, I do not use the same shampoo and conditioner every single time I wash my hair. I'm one of those people where I like to change it up. I feel like when I use the same shampoo and conditioner every single time, over time it just doesn't give my hair the softness and that buttery feel that I like. And you know, one example is if you use a super strong keratin based shampoo and conditioner, for example like the Gold Lust, and you're one of those people that you wash your hair 3, 4, 5, 7 days a week. If you use that every single day, over time you're going to be putting too much keratin in your hair, so you may feel like your hair's getting heavy and it's just not working like it used to, and you don't like it. And that's probably why I like to switch it up. I don't want my hair to get used to the same products every time. So I do go in between the Davines brand and the Oribe brand the most. I switch it up every single time, and I usually don't pair the same. And I usually don't pair the shampoo and conditioner together. You know, for example, I may use the Gold Lust conditioner and the Serene Scalp shampoo, or the shampoo for moisture and control and the Davines Oi conditioner. I just really love to switch it up, and it always makes my hair really soft. I have been using, hold on, it's wet. I have been using the Sebastian conditioner. I do love it, and it's just kind of bringing back some memories. So I have been using this one again. I am loving it. But I will say, for the most part, I tend to bounce between Davines and Oribe. So moving on to leave-in conditioners. So as soon as I get out of the shower, I always spray my hair down with a leave-in conditioner. And this one would be the inexpensive version. And this is something that I have used for years. I remember when this item first launched, it was the only product in their line, and that is the It's a 10 Miracle leave-in product. And I remember when it launched, everybody was so wowed, like, oh my God, this product is 10 things in one. And it was kind of revolutionary when it came to leave-in conditioners. And I know since then they've really expanded their line, and I really haven't tried anything else, to be honest. I've always stuck to this one. And I don't have a big one, so I have my little one in. When I went to Ulta, they didn't have any of the big ones in stock, so I just had to get some of the little ones. But I love this. It's what I used this morning. It's so great. It's not too heavy, but it gives a really good slip to the hair, so when you brush it, you really don't have many knots or tangles or anything like that. And then for the medium price point product, I honestly don't really have anything. The only thing I have used and loved is the Oi all-in-one milk, and it looks exactly like this bottle, except it's all black and it's a spray. And I don't have any with me, sorry to say. I used mine up, and then when I went to go purchase something else, I decided to go with the Oribe leave-in conditioner instead. So I don't have the one from Davines, but I have used it for many years. I've used it probably for, I want to say, 8 years. I love it. I actually, when I buy it, I actually buy it for my daughter because she has very curly hair and it tangles easily. So when I get it, I usually give it to her. And that one is about $34, I think. It's not too expensive. The Oi line is the most expensive line in Davines, but it's also the most hydrating and the most rich. So I'm sorry I don't have that one, but it is a great one, and I will link it down below for you guys. And then the one that I have been loving right now is the Oribe Run Through Detangling Primer. This is very similar to this one. I feel like when I use this one, I use a little bit more, which makes me go through it faster. So I'm trying to decide which one I like better. It's kind of a toss-up. To me, they're both very similar. Like the It's a 10, this one is lightweight, but it does have quite a slip to it. So that way when you go to brush your hair, it is pretty easy to glide the brush through. And this one is a spray as well. It's almost a spray cream, just like the It's a 10. And I love this one. I purchased this 3 or 4 times in the last year. So I do like this one. So moving on to styling products. Basically every day, if I'm just gonna blow dry my hair or I'm gonna curl it, I don't do a whole lot to it. There are some days when I do voluminous looks where I use a blow dryer round brush to get a lot of volume. So I do use volumizing products at the root on those days, but for kind of every day, I use a smoothing or hydrating product, and then I also pair it with an oil. And I don't have any inexpensive smoothing products or oils. I'm sure there's like some argan oils that you can use. I've tried so many of the inexpensive brands, and I just honestly have never found one that I genuinely loved or have repurchased. Usually I use them once or twice and I'm like, ugh, this is terrible, and I just throw it out or give it away. So for these two, I basically really only have the medium price range and the luxury. So for the medium price range product, I have the Davines Momo Hair Potion. And if you're not familiar with Davines, they kind of have a play on words with their lines. So for example, the Momo line is short for moisturizing. So this is what it looks like. Super great. It's small, it's a cream. And this one has yellow melon extract. And like the shampoos and conditioners, they tell you where it's from. So this one is from Mrs. Simonte's farm in Detillo, Trapani, Italy. I'm not sure if I say that right. So just fun little fact. This one I put in after my hair is brushed out with the leave-in detangler. And then I also pair it with my Oi oil. This I absolutely love. I've used it for years. My daughter uses it. This is something that we always have to have in our house. It is just so great. And for the most part, it's a pretty lightweight oil. Like, I don't know if you can see, but it moves pretty easily. You know, it's not a thick oil that moves very slow. So I love those two. And then for the luxury, of course, my holy grail product that I've ever used in my whole life is the Oribe Supershine Moisturizing Cream. This has keratin in it. It has pearls in it. So when you blow dry your hair, it makes your hair so smooth, so soft, so shiny. It's just amazing. And I think this retails for around $54 or so. But I love this product. I will never live without it. I always have to buy a backup as soon as I open one. So that way I never run out. I actually ran out one time and I think this product was on back order, so I couldn't get it. So I just panicked forever. So then the oil that I love from Oribe is the Gold Dust Nourishing Hair Oil. And I only use one pump of this. I will say with this one, if you have fine hair, it may be a little heavy. You may want to use a half a pump. And when I use this, I only use it at the ends. So this is a great one. And like I said, with all these products, I really mix them. I don't stay to one brand, like all Oribe one day or all Davines. I usually just pick and choose, you know, whatever I'm feeling. And I feel like by doing that, my hair can never expect, you know, expect the unexpected. And then the last two products I want to talk about are hair masks. Of course, the inexpensive one, and it kind of could fall into the medium price point as well, is the Macadamia Professional, and it's the Nourishing Hair Mask. And I went to two different Ultas and they did not have the big one. I was so sad, so I had to buy a little one. And I used this. I've used this honestly probably since 2008. And back in the day, this line, the mask, they had one mask and it was called the Deep Repair Conditioning Mask. And it was amazing. Still to this day, I love it. And I think they changed the name because now it's the Nourishing Mask. And now it says from medium to coarse textures. But the smell still is, you know, vintage 2008 mask. I love it. I've actually used this straight for many years. I think it's such a good mask. It really changes the way your hair feels when you get out of the shower. It's just unbelievable. And actually today what I did is I shampooed my hair with the Serene Scalp shampoo, and then I actually used this as my conditioner, and I just left it in for 5-10 minutes, something like that, where I finished up my shower, rinsed out, and my hair smells so good. It feels so good. I love it. Okay, so for the luxury brand, it would be, of course, the Oribe Moisture and Control Deep Treatment Mask. I love this. I've used it ever since it launched. It's really, really nice. It is very heavy, So for those of you that have textured hair, this would be amazing for you. Sometimes if I use this and a smoothing cream or something when I get out of the shower, I feel that my hair is a little too heavy. On the days when I use this, I will literally just use a leave-in conditioner and that's it, blow dry my hair. This is amazing. I love it. It smells so good. It smells amazing. I wish I could share this smell with you through the camera. It's so yummy. So for those of you that are looking for a new mask, either one of these is going to be amazing for your hair. If you have fine hair or you have medium textured hair, I would say maybe go with this brand, the Macadamia. You can purchase it at Ulta. But this one, they have formulations for fine, baby fine to fine hair, and then I think fine to medium, and then medium to coarse. I use the medium to coarse one. The other Oribe masks that they have, they're nice, but I feel like they don't add enough conditioning or enough hydration. And then because this one is so good as far as hydration goes, I feel like it's way too heavy for people. No, it's way too heavy for people with fine hair. So I feel like for Oribe, there's not a lighter version of this. So that's why I would recommend to go with the Macadamia brand. So that is all I have for you for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe on your way out. You also want to make sure you hit that bell notification so that way you're notified every single time I upload. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye.